Good evening, ma'am. Hi.
Good
Uh,
evening.
to start with, could you just give a brief introduction about yourself?
All right. So my name is Tavishi Gupta. I am an educator by profession. All right. I have an MBA degree as an education, an MBA degree in finance as an education, and now I used to run a teacher training center for the RD school for 3 years, and now I'm a lower secondary teacher. I teach maths and humanities.
Okay. Ma'am, if you don't mind answering, do you have any medical history?
No, none.
That's great. Ma'am, you're teaching online these days.
Yes.
How's your experience been teaching lower secondary kids online?
So, because it's lower secondary and they're all, 11 and 12, uh, for me, getting them to pay attention physically is not difficult because they do manage to sit down in one place. Yes, but for all of them, psychologically and mentally, it's quite tough to look at a screen and get educated. But yes, for me, it's been fine because I managed to connect with all of the children of sixth, seventh, and eighth, and it's been fun. It's been a joyous ride for the past 3 months for me.
Oh, that's great. Coming back to the COVID scenario, how has the
Yes.
pandemic affected you? Like as an individual, how has it affected you?
Okay, so as a person, I'm very outgoing. I love to travel. I was traveling almost every 3 or 4 months. If nothing else, then I was traveling maybe to see my parents. So the restriction on travel was not a good thing for me. Being bound in one place, in one city, was not like the most pleasant thing for me. Other than that, I was happy that I got to spend more time with my children. I got to spend really good quality time with my children. And yes, the one thing which has been really good for me in this pandemic is that I have been able to get much fitter than I was, okay, because I've had so much more time at home. So I have a trainer who he and I decided to start doing WhatsApp online like training sessions, and we realized that we can do a lot more because it's not time restricted anymore. So yes, that the pandemic has made me much fitter than I was earlier, which has been a very big boon to me. Other than that, yes, I do miss the fact that I'm not being able to see my parents as much as I would like to. Nothing else. Nothing else. Like my children are healthier, much healthier. Like no coughs, no colds, no allergies, no nothing. Like they're much healthier than they used to be. The air is much cleaner. Yes. So that's my take on it.
Okay. If you could go back to the time where there was no COVID, like in India, maybe Jan or Feb, where the cases were
Hmm.
almost minimal, what is the one piece of
Yes.
information or something that you would gear yourself up with to deal with the battle, like to deal with COVID?
The one piece of information. Okay. So the one piece of information that I wish we had had was that wearing a simple mask would actually prevent you from getting this disease.
Yeah, that's right.
Just in case we had this information, it would have probably given us a better way of dealing with the disease.
Yeah,
So that is, yeah, yes.
yeah. How did you manage with your basic needs in the COVID situation since not many people were willing to come home and deliver? And besides that, people weren't stepping outside their homes either.
All right. So, the thing was that we had a small little grocery store within our complex. He was kind enough to be open through the pandemic, and whatever he had, whatever the basic things that he had, we managed with that. And I mean, he was quite well stocked according to whatever the basic needs we had, right? And then we had one vegetable vendor. So we would send him a message on WhatsApp, and then he would come and deliver everything the next day in the morning. So of course, this luxury of trying on wanting things anytime and every time, or at your whims and fancies was not there. And I also learned that we can live with a lot less than we do. Okay, so for example, um, I use tampons. Okay, and this was one thing which was not available in the pandemic, because obviously there's just one company in India which manufactures them. And so, every time there was this one, the grocery store, I would tell him, I said, भैया कहीं से ढूंढ के ले आओ. He's like, मैडम कहाँ से ढूंढ के लाओ? I said, भैया जो भी मिलेगा ले आओ please. So, this was probably the only thing that I found that I was not finding. That's about it.
Yeah. Oh, that's great, ma'am. Thank you so much for this. Stay safe and take care. Thank you.